It was the year 1977, at a time in America when life was changing fast. Cities were growing, technology was improving, and people were working harder than ever to build their future. But in a quiet suburban town, life still moved slowly. There lived a boy named Jason. Jason came from a middle-class family. His father worked in a small office job, and his mother managed the home. They were not rich, but they lived with dignity and hope. Jason was a curious boy. He liked collecting small things, stamps, old papers, and especially coins. One afternoon, while visiting his grandfather's house, something unusual happened. While cleaning an old wooden box, Jason found a small coin wrapped in a piece of cloth. He carefully opened it. It was a 1977 US coin. It was not shiny. It was slightly worn, but it looked special, like it had a story hidden inside it. Jason showed it to his grandfather. His grandfather smiled and said, 1977, that was a different time. This coin has traveled through history. Jason didn't fully understand, but he felt connected to it. He decided to keep the coin. From that day on, the 1977 coin stayed in his pocket. Days passed, then months, then years. Life was not always easy. School pressure increased. Expectations grew, and Jason started feeling the weight of the future. But every time he felt stressed, he would take out that small 1977 coin and hold it tightly. It became his calm, but a reminder that even something small can survive decades. And so can he. When Jason grew older, he started learning more about coins and history. His interest turned into passion. He discovered that 1977 was a meaningful year in U.S. coin history. Part of the modern currency system, an era where coins were no longer silver but still carried national identity. But for Jason, the coin was never about money. It was about meaning. After finishing school, Jason moved to the city for work. The city was loud, fast, and competitive. Everyone seemed to be chasing success, and sometimes Jason felt lost. That he worked small jobs at first, in shops, storage units, and delivery services. Life was hard. There were days when he felt like giving up, but he never did, because that coin stayed with him. Years passed slowly. Jason learned skills, improved himself, and kept pushing forward. Step by step, his life began to change. One day, he got a job at a small antique shop owned by an old coin collector. The owner was experienced and had spent his entire life studying rare items from different eras. One afternoon, he noticed a 1977 coin in Jason's hand. That he asked, "May I see it?" Jason handed it over carefully. The old man examined it under a lamp, turning it slowly. After a long silence, he said, "This is a 1977 US coin. It's not rare, but it belongs to a modern historical period. Collectors respect it for its era." Jason asked, "Is it valuable?" The old man smiled and replied, "The real value is not in the coin. It is in the life you lived while holding it." Jason stayed quiet. For the first time, he truly understood. The coin was never just metal. That it was his journey, his struggles, his patience, his hope, his growth. Everything was inside that small piece of time. Years later, Jason finally became successful. He built a stable life, supported his family, and achieved what once felt impossible. One evening, sitting alone, he took out that same 1977 coin. It was still the same, small, worn, and simple. But now it felt priceless, because it reminded him of where he started. He smiled and whispered, 1977 wasn't just a year, it was the beginning of everything I became. And in that moment, he realized something powerful. Sometimes the smallest things we carry the biggest meaning in our life.